All right, so we're in chapter 1, section 1. We're going to go through these 15 problems. Number 1, we want to know which of the following is an example of inductive reasoning. So remember, my definition of inductive reasoning is an educated guess based on the fact or based on some examples that you have. It's very important that the sentence follows that structure. So that means they give you some information and then they guess afterwards. So they can't put the guess up front. And there are several different examples that you guys will see, so you have to be very careful and just take your time doing them, because the ones that are incorrect in my example may actually be the right ones in yours based on the order that they put these problems in. So this first one wants to know which is an example of inductive reasoning. So inductive is guessing based on some information they have. So the drive to work usually takes 30 minutes. If I leave my house at 7:20, have to be at work by 8, I should make it on time. That one looks pretty straightforward, but I would almost say this is deductive. You just add 30 to 7:20 and that will give you 7:50, which is going to put you on time. However, there is a little wiggle room here because you could have traffic or an accident. So it says I should, that could be a guess, but I'm going to wait before we pick which one. This one says, this September, a nearby gym is expected to offer free classes to college students since they always offer this promotion during September. Okay, so the always tells me that this is not a guess. They know this for sure. It's like a certain thing. So this would not be inductive. So B is definitely out. Rebecca caught 24 out of 60 targets so far this season, so she's expected to catch 6 out of 15 in tonight's game. Again, this would be a guess. It looks like it's a linear calculation, but based on what she's done, we're thinking that she might do this. However, she could do more or less because sometimes, you know, humans aren't always consistent. We have hot streaks where we're really, really on, and then sometimes we have slopes where we're off. So A and C do seem possible. The Corner Bakery will have a sale every Friday on muffins since there was a sale each Friday. So this one is kind of out of order. They're telling me the conclusion first, and then they're telling me the aftermath. So out of this, I would either be considering A or C. They both seem reasonable. I want to err on the side of C. They both almost do the same thing. Like you can calculate this. This looks like you can calculate divide by 4 in each of those. So, but I'm going to err on the side of C. Okay, so they don't like it. So let's try a similar one. Happens like that sometimes. Gym is going to offer free classes since they always, so no. Taylor plays basketball in the first game of the season, made 6 out of 12. So he's predicted to make, so maybe I would say this one is correct. The first one I did, they went from a larger number to a smaller number. So I guess we're trying to extend that. So this one probably is correct this time. The drive to work takes 15. It's almost the same as the previous one. So, and again, maybe it's the order. I think, again, this is correct. I can't go back to the previous one. I wish I could to see why that one was not correct. But I'm still going to go with that same option. This one is still, the corner store will have one every Wednesday, but that's not going to be true. So it'll still be one of those two, but I'm still going to pick this one again. And it's right. I can't really tell you. I need to go back and see why the other one was wrong, but I do know most of the time they're taking something and they're extending it. I'm trying to make it bigger. I guess I need to look at that a little bit closer. And then number 2 is deductive reasoning. So this one is, again, based on the facts. We're going to do an exact calculation and get something that we know will happen for sure. So for the past 2 weeks, local bookstore had magazines on sale on Wednesday. So the bookstore should have magazines on sale every Wednesday. So the should is they're not sure. And again, if you do shopping, sales happen weekly or bi-weekly, and then they discontinue. So just because they had one doesn't mean it's going to continue every week. I have to be at work by 8. Today I left at 7 and arrived on time after a 30-minute commute. So if I leave at 7:20, every day I will be on time. Again, with traffic, you never know. You could get there on time and catch green lights, but you might catch red lights. So I'm going to hold off on that one, but it does seem reasonable that you should be on time. A small gym offers free classes to college students every July. So this July, the gym will offer free classes. Okay, so this seems like a more sure thing. If they offer them every July, I would expect them to do it this July. Okay, and then Rebecca plays basketball in the first game of the season. She made 9 out of 12, so she's predicted. So again, predicting is not a sure thing. We don't know that for sure. So this is the only one that seems logical that's going to be true for sure.